Hi, I'm Frank Rao from publicspace.net, and today I'm going to show you how to get back the boring old, non-transparent menu bar in macOS, Big Sur and Monterey. Apple occasionally makes design decisions that leave seasoned Mac users scratching their collective heads. Replacing the boring old, but highly functional menu bar with a transparent version is one of those occasions. Now, why would they go and do that? Now, it's clear that with Big Sur, Apple was trying to unify the look and feel of its platforms. And that meant that the Mac had to become much more like the iPhone or the iPad. Unfortunately, I don't think many people love their wallpaper so much that they wanted to shine through the user interface elements and make the text illegible. Probably the first thing you will want to do when you get your new Mac is to go to the General Systems Preferences pane and untick the Allow Wallpaper Tinting in Windows checkbox. Unfortunately, there is no such option for making the menu bar non-transparent. For new and casual Mac users who don't use the menu much, this isn't such a big deal. But for many experienced users, it's more than a little annoyance. This is especially true if you are a Pro app user and use dark mode only apps like Final Cut Pro, or a mostly full screen app like Logic Pro, or dare I say if you spend your days in Xcode like myself. Then there really is no justification for the lack of legibility and the distraction from colors seeping in from a covered up wallpaper. That's why I sat down and made the boring old menu bar utility to bring back some of that pre-Big Sur goodness. You can download boring old menu bar from our website at publicspace.net. Once you have installed it, it lives under its icon in the menu bar. Just click the icon to bring up the user interface. Clicking on the on-off slider turns it on, and after a few seconds you get your old Catalina menu bar back. Now, isn't that better? Of course, why stop there? I've always been a fan of a nice clean look, and what's cleaner than white? If, like me, you have used Macs since the good old days of classic macOS, you might also want to get those rounded corners back. Boring old menu bar lets you choose the corner radius of each corner individually, so feel free to experiment and create your own look. There are also some additional color preset options. How about pure black? Or dark mode? Light? Or dark gray? Or a wild custom color? Obviously, you might want to have a different menu bar color for light and dark mode, so you have separate settings for when your Mac goes into dark mode. On the new MacBook Pros with the notch, boring old menu bar will cover the bigger menu bar, and if you set it to black, it will make your notch all but invisible. There's a separate denotchifier version of boring old menu bar, but it's the exact same program with a different icon and the denotchifying presets. You can get the exact same result with the standard version. A quick word about how boring old menu bar works and what its limitations are. Essentially, boring old menu bar simply automatically changes your Mac's wallpaper, and that's a solid color menu bar background in the right places. It does this by taking a screenshot of your wallpaper, and doing that and changing the wallpaper can take a second, so you get a short flash once in a while. Boring old menu bar automatically detects wallpaper and screen resolution changes, supports multiple screens and dynamic wallpapers, and automatically detects your Mac switching from light to dark mode. There's a myriad of other settings available by right-clicking its icon. Details on what each setting does are available on the troubleshooting page, accessible from that menu. There are two special configurations that can cause trouble. The first is if you use a solid background color. The second is if you use spaces a lot. In both cases, it's best to read the troubleshooting guide for solutions. I hope you found this short video to be useful and will give boring old menu bar a go. Please subscribe for more Mac and productivity related content and leave a comment if you want to see a video about a particular topic. Thanks for watching.